Hey guys, my name is Alex, and today I'm going over the sex secrets that all men should know. This is according to Comma TV, or this sex coach. What's her name? Annabella Rose. That's her name. I just had to look it up. Anyway, she made a video on the sex secrets for men, how men can get better in bed. I'm a man. I identify as a man, so I'm gonna see if these sex secrets are correct, if they're incorrect, what I can elaborate on, if this person's crazy. I'm gonna find that out, and I'm gonna let you know. But anyway, let us watch this video. Wait. Before we do that, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, because if you don't, you're going to miss out on my daily uploads, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to come back and get amazing sex advice content all the time, every day, all day. Alright, let's watch this video, see how she did, if these sex secrets are sex secrets that everyone should know and are going to blow your partner's mind every time and create the best sexual experiences ever. Let's do it.
Hey guys, it's me, the one and only expert dating coach, Annabella Rose, back from KarmaLifestyles.com. And I'm back with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about the sex secrets every man should know. We all want to have fun sex. We want that experience to be enjoyable. Of course we do. Therefore, we actually need to put effort into it to ensure that we can do our best to please the others and our partners, and of course, ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, no sexual partner wants to have sex and not enjoy it. It's kind of self-explanatory, but I guess it needs to be said to some people. Put in the effort to make your sex better and provide better sexual experiences for your partner. That should be common knowledge, but I guess it deserves to be said. Put some effort in.
Now guys, what better secret source than from the horse's mouth itself? Me. Yes, who better to give you sexual secrets about women than a woman herself?
And who better to give sex advice to men and women than me, the ultimate sex coach and sex expert genius on sex. Self-proclaimed, of course, but I don't see anyone contesting that, so it must be true.
Here are some of the top sexual secrets that every man should know. Sensitivity. Sensitivity does it for a woman more than you can imagine. Take it from a woman, guys. Women appreciate a sensitive guy who understands them, especially when they're upset. And you'll realise that this nurturing actually plays a huge role in your connection.
Sensitivity. Yeah, I guess it's romantic to be caring and all that kind of stuff. In terms of how this is going to make your sex better, because sexual quality is determined by factors that happen before you have sex and factors that happen after you have sex and of course during sex. So if you can kind of make the person trust you more, be more connected, more comfortable with you, then they're going to be more comfortable in the bedroom when you're actually banging and doing your thing. And that's going to make the sexual experience so much better because they're able to kind of lose themselves to the experience, be present, be engaged, and yeah, just enjoy it way more.
Romance counts. Where romance is concerned, most women will appreciate it when you take a more traditional masculine role. This especially applies to the earlier wooing stage of a relationship.
So I actually always emphasize this, and it is don't stop dating. So that means whether you've been dating for 2 months or 5 years, you should never just stop dating. You should always try to be romantic, plan romantic gestures, do something new with your partner. Really, don't make your relationship this friendship or this roommate type thing where you just live together and you have sex together, but all the romance is dead. The best way to kind of keep your romance alive and your sex still good is to keep that romance into the relationship the whole time. Always go on dates, always plan these things. Be romantic, be loving. They are your partner for a reason. You started dating for a reason. You shouldn't just stop dating because you've gotten comfortable and complacent. That's a surefire way to make sure sex becomes stale and unappealing, and we don't want that.
Groom yourself. Now, looks don't matter to women. But first impressions, recurrent impressions play a vital role when it comes to intimacy with women. Seeing that you are a man who continually pays attention to his grooming sets you apart from the others.
Okay, I'm going to agree and disagree with this one a little bit. Looks don't matter that much to women. Of course they matter a little bit, but it's mainly about personality. I think grooming is actually extremely important because not just for first impression, but the whole time, because people want to be around others that are clean and hygienic, and it's such a turnoff to have a weird smell or see something kind of nasty. No one is going to want to have sex with you if you're dirty, unkempt, or just kind of nasty and you have this I don't want to say odor, but yeah. This doesn't only affect like dating and getting to know someone if you're poorly hygienic. It's also in terms of having sex itself. If you're having sex with someone and you start smelling something, or you're gonna, God forbid, go down on someone and there's this crazy odor, that is a surefire way to pull you right out of the experience and remove any sexual pleasure that could have been had during that sexual experience. So make sure you're clean and do the proper grooming that you need to do in order to kind of put your best foot forward. This is someone you care about and someone you like, or it's someone that you want to get to know and want to date, then you should be putting your best foot forward, and that means cleanliness and appearance as much as you possibly can. So don't forget this stuff, and don't be nasty.
Women do love being seduced. The most significant percentage of men in committed relationships actually rarely seduce their partners anymore. I mean, you'll rarely seduce your girlfriend of 3 years because you assume that sex should just happen by default.
What? What are you guys doing? Is this statistic true? I don't know, but if you're not seducing your partner, then the sex is not ever going to be good. There needs to be a psychological component to sex in order for there to be good sex. Sex is not just about the physical. The physical, yeah, especially for guys, it can feel good. It's fine. But for women especially, you need to be psychologically stimulated on top of the physical stimulation. Otherwise, you're just pounding away and not achieving any pleasure. So if you're not seducing your woman and you're not doing foreplay and turning them on and talking to them during sex, dirty talking, then what are you doing? The sex is not ever going to be good. You need to seduce your partner. You need to have this element of arousal, of psychological stimulation to get them in the moment, get them passionate, get them feeling something, a connection. Otherwise, it's just monotonous pounding at their private parts, and it's not going to be good.
The more we get turned on in our heads, the more our ability to love ourselves and our significant others.
There you go. She just repeated exactly what I said. The more that your sexual partner is turned on in their head, the better the sex is going to be, because there's that passion, there's that arousal, there's that psychological element that is taking the physical element to a whole another level.
Brother, you take it to a whole level.
All you have to do is not take us for granted. Warm us up to lovemaking. Maybe an hour, even days before you actually want to do the act.
This is all the best advice she has given so far. So, yeah, make an effort to seduce a woman, arouse them, talk to them, tease them even, hint at what you want to do with them later in the day. Build this arousal, this stimulation. That is going to make sex so explosive and amazing when it actually does happen. If you've been building this anticipation and there's all this excitement, that is amazing, and that is what women want, and it's what men want too, frankly. So psychological stimulation is where sexual pleasure is found. So she is exactly right and spot on this. And again, don't take your partner for granted. Don't stop dating. Make an effort to keep your relationship fresh and fun and exciting. That includes sex too, so make sex fresh, fun, and exciting. Sex should never become a routine or something that you're just doing because you're dating, so you're supposed to be having sex, but there's nothing exciting or new or fresh about it. It gets stale, it gets old, and then, like I said, your mind isn't there anymore, and the pleasure also isn't there anymore.
Women really do get turned on by their heads first. Now, another mistake men make is by not taking enough time during the actual lovemaking process.
So, yet again, she is hitting on psychological stimulation over physical stimulation. Women, the pleasure is found in their heads, not in their, places, private parts. It's found in their head. If you are not doing anything to turn your partner on, psychologically stimulate them, dirty talk with them during the experience, build anticipation before the experience, like she says. If you're not doing these things, then sex is going to be boring, and your partner's mind is going to be drifting, thinking about something else, and that's going to make the physical stimulation that could be amazing even worse. So keep that in mind and try to stimulate your partner's mind over just focusing on stimulating their body. Of course, you do need physical stimulation in sex, otherwise it wouldn't really happen, but focus on the psychological part more than the physical part, and your sex is going to be that much better.
We're all different, primarily due to our differences in socialization. Now, as a result, women tend to feel through their minds, their thoughts, illusions, and images. That's what stimulates us, while men are more aroused by touch and vision.
She is exactly right, and yeah, there you go. Women, they need psychological stimulation. They need something mental, something in their heads that are keeping them in the experience and keeping them passionate and turned on and aroused. Otherwise, the attention is going to drift elsewhere. No matter how great your thrusting or physical technique is, that's just the way it is for women. You need to have a psychological component to the sex you're having. And you do that by dirty talking. You do that by keeping them aroused, keeping them in the moment, and just being exciting and new and fresh. But mainly dirty talk.
Unlike you, we love being talked to during sex. We love it when you tell us how we're making you feel, and that time that we're beautiful and that you love us. Knowing that we can sexually satisfy our man is something we take a lot of pride in, and we, therefore, want to hear it.
So, of course, right when I say that dirty talking is how you do this, she says women love to be talked to during sex. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the most important thing and the best possible thing you can do for improving the quality of your sex. So yeah, dirty talk, talk in bed, talk during foreplay, tell your partner what you like about them, what's sexy, what's turning you on, what you want to do to them. All this kind of stuff is just so arousing to women, and it's such a turn on, and it makes the sex so exciting and fun and amazing, and it feels good, The one thing I will disagree with is that she says, unlike you, speaking to men, women like to be talked to during sex. I would say everyone likes to be talked to during sex. If you've never been talked to during sex or never gotten positive reinforcement during sex, then you're missing out, because it's a great feeling to just hear your partner being expressive and moaning and talking to you and telling you that they love what you're doing. It's amazing. It's going to make the sex better for you, and it's going to make the sex better for your partner, so it's a win-win. Everyone loves dirty talk.
We want to listen to what you want us to do to you, whilst asking us what we want as well. Try to express your feelings before, during, and after sex, as opposed to just being quiet. It flavors the sex for us big time.
So she also has that caveat of talk about sex and your feelings before, during, and after sex. And like I said at the beginning of the video, sexual quality is determined by factors before you have sex, during sex, obviously, and after sex. So she's exactly right. You should be talking about sex, discussing sex, trying to arouse your partner, saying you want them later in the day. That's going to build anticipation. And then after the sex, say what you liked about it. Say what you loved about it. Give your partner feedback. Even if they were terrible, tell them what you liked at least. If there's something, try to find something. That way they do more of that and the sex gets better for you too. So it's a learning process, it's a journey. No couple just has amazing sex right off the bat and continues to have amazing sex forever if they are not discussing sex, if they're not talking about sex, and they're not open about it.
Women need to feel emotionally secure to become fully aroused.
This is exactly right. When I mentioned before where if you talk about sex and kind of open up to your partner, they're going to feel less insecure, more connected, more trusting of you, and that's going to allow them to feel more open and sexually expressive when you actually get down to the dirty deed. Building that rapport, that chemistry, that connection is going to allow your partner to open up more during sex, and it's going to allow them to kind of be more aroused, be less in their heads thinking about other things, and just be more present. And that is going to make it so they can occupy their brains with how great the sex is and how amazing the sex is and how amazing you are at performing sex, as opposed to thinking about other things that are not sex related and are pulling them out of the experience rather than putting them in the experience. So yeah, if you can kind of build this trust, this rapport, and that's why I say always talk about sex before you have sex, be non-judgmental, be open-minded, express that anything goes in sex and you're not going to judge your partner for anything they do. That's going to help them open up and it's going to help them have better sex with you because of that psychological aspect.
We need to feel appreciated and emotionally safe before we can open up ourselves and our bodies sexually to you.
Yep, that is exactly right. That's basically what I was trying to say. If your partner feels safe and secure, then they can be more open and more expressive and more present in the sexual experience, and that is what determines sexual quality. Not whatever you're doing to their private parts physically. Being able to be open, expressive, passionate, connected, emotional, all those mental factors that are happening because your partner feels safe and free to express these things, that is what makes a great sexual experience. Good job. Great video. Those sex secrets were pretty spot on, so yeah, I can't do that much criticism on that one. So yeah. I love when people focus way more on psychological aspects rather than physical aspects because, especially for women, that is where pleasure and sexual quality lies. So no matter how great you think you are at physical stimulation, if you don't do anything to arouse your partner, make them feel comfortable, express themselves, and stay present in the moment, then your sex isn't going to be as good as it could be. Pure physical stimulation will take you nowhere in terms of being a great sexual provider of great sex. However you say that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe right now, or else. I'm doing daily uploads, so don't miss out on future content. Give me a like on this video, leave me a comment, ask me anything, ask me to react to anything, and I will. Dating, sex, anything. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it to the end of this video. I appreciate it so much. And until next time, good luck on your sexual journey, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye, guys.